Hey y'all. Today I wanted to talk about who we are in a little deeper sense than maybe I've touched on previously. Um, because I think that this is a super important topic, I opted to pin it and will read it instead of kind of off the cuff. So I apologize for that. Just because I want to make sure that I hit the right topics, hit them the way that I want it to be written. This is in my introduction in my next book, but I think it's a very important topic and something that I really hope hits home a bit with everybody. Okay, I want to talk about our value as human beings. I think it's something that we don't hear often enough. You are important, and I want to dive into that just a little bit deeper. So hopefully, stick with me. Got about 5 minutes here. The value of who you are and your people is not found in what they do, but it's rather found in who they are. You have an obligation as a leader to find and know them, as well as to find and know yourself. One can find all kinds of definitions, articles, even long studies on what it means to be human. So we won't dive into that here. Rather, I want us to better understand the concept of value, given that this is a values-driven podcast or video series, whatever you want to call it. As value is the basis for so much of what I'm writing and what I'm talking about and the models with which it covers. The American Heritage Dictionary has a few definitions of value, but I'll say that the one that stands out that I think most of us would agree with is a worth in usefulness or importance to the possessor, utility or merit. Worth. I think that's a great word. Think about it. Our entire lives distilled down to one word. We often see this displayed on billboards, social media, etc. You're worth it. Zig Ziglar says, your value doesn't decrease based on someone else's inability to see your worth. In such a time as this, when anxiety is off the charts, a simple yet complex sentiment of worth can save lives. As you flip through these videos, pages, whatever, output from our leadership model, you're going to be challenged to think a bit differently. You may have already listened to some of my videos and disagree or whatever. That's fine. It's a bit of a new concept and ways that I approach things. As we continue forward and up to this point, you'll be confronted with many things about who you truly are. What is your purpose? Where you're going? When you're going to get there? And why you do what you do. Your core values. If you really accept this challenge, you will have to face the way you treat people. And as a leader, your people. In your past, now, and in the future. History shows us company after company treating their employees poorly. It's why unions became necessary, and in time treatment improved, but with every generation comes a new realization of complacency in how we treat our employees. Major steps forward have been taken in so many areas, yet we continue to be surprised by the indignation of those by those starting their careers, that we would accept the status quo. And we would be remiss to believe that change will ever end. Change is necessary. Change is part of who we are, and it helps us to grow and get better. And that means we must embrace it. Embrace a continued learning and adaptation in our own people leadership approach. One that in our time considers the worth of every person has in simply being human. That worth is despite our cultures, our nationalities, and our differences. This idea implemented is true diversity, in that we are all different. This is true equality, in that we are all valuable. And this is true inclusion, in that we are all human. So with that, I hope you have an amazing day. You're worth it. We want you here. We need you here. And if your leader isn't expressing that to you, take it from, I can't get the right word, take it from someone leading in this realm of leadership, that you are worth it and you're valuable. Let's find a way to get your bosses to see it. Okay? We'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.